Hi, this is Misty with Above and today I'm coming to you with another one in our series of Have You Got a Minute? And the topic today is surrounding how do you know when it's time to make a move, to change roles versus staying where you are, sticking it out. And I was reached out to recently with this exact question, and it was actually after someone had done our ideal day exercise, and she reached out and she said, hey, I need to ask you, I did the exercise and it's clear that where I am is not the place that I want to be long term, and I'm trying to decide how proactive I should be in starting the search for my next opportunity. The challenge in this situation is that this individual has had a number of career moves, and so her resume or CV is a little bit choppy, and she is in a role that she took because it's bringing a particular skill set that she needs for her long-term career aspiration. It's a technical skill set that she needed to get as part of the building blocks along the way for her long-term career path. And so what we talked through is something that I use in my own life, and in my life I call it trading 2 for 20. And I evaluate situations like this in my life and decide whether the circumstances that I'm in, even though they may not be ideal, they may be even unpleasant, whether the trade-off of staying there and the benefit that I get from staying a little bit longer, another year, another 2 years, might set me up to have the next 20 years be exactly what I want from a career standpoint. And so what I did was I asked this person to do effectively a pros and cons based on the role that she's in today, and to look at both professionally and personally what the gives and takes are in the role. And so professionally, she's getting a tick. A positive is that she's getting stability on her resume, where she's had her last little patch has been shorter stints, which is never ideal to have a lot of short stints in your resume unless you're explicitly building a portfolio or a consultancy career and resume. So she's getting stability. She's also getting this technical skill set, and she doesn't enjoy this particular step and piece of the puzzle that she's picking up, and she doesn't want to do it long term, but this skill set is core or essential to her long-term career objective, and future employers will want to see that she has this capability, and she's getting it in this role. So that's a tick. So she's getting stability and she's getting skill sets that she needs. The cross or unfortunate thing is that she's working for a coach who is very frustrating and not inspirational, and more importantly, I think to her, isn't skilled at investing in her career. So she doesn't feel like she's getting developed. So that is the big frustration. And then the other thing is there's no career progression. The company has made it clear they've been going through some change. They're reducing roles. There's not going to be an opportunity for her to progress. So those are the two downsides professionally. So then we talked about personally. Well, the role is not that challenging for her, even though she's learning a new skill set. It's not that complex, and she's having a pretty good work-life balance right now. So that's a plus. And she has a short commute. That's a plus. The minus personally is that she's so frustrated with her coach and her manager that she finds oftentimes she's bringing that home, and it's sort of infecting her, what would be otherwise a nice work-life balance is being intruded upon by her frustration with her coach. And so what I asked her to go away and do is really think about where she's going long term and how passionate she is. She's very clear what she wants to do long term. And consider the circumstances professionally and personally, and then evaluate. Is it worth a 2 for 20 trade? And for her, it actually may be just one more year in this position. But is it worth the short-term frustration? And does that short-term frustration actually pay dividends that she'll reap the benefits for over the next 20 years? And that's the basis on which she's going to make the decision. I suspect she's going to decide that hanging tight, putting her head down, and finding a way to get to a good constructive mindset around her coach is probably going to be her best bet. And I wanted to raise this because I've had this happen a number of times in my career where I've known that I wasn't exactly where I wanted to be, but I didn't have any idea how to determine whether or not I should make a move other than just waiting for the phone to ring. I think in my mind, I thought the only real sign that I should stay or should go is whether or not there's another opportunity presented to me. And I would assert that making a decision about whether or not you should make a move when you're unhappy, solely based on an opportunity that comes your way, can be a risky maneuver. And many times I've seen people who are not happy where they are jump to another opportunity because they're very keen to get out of where they are and find themselves in a different pile of stuff that is equally frustrating, just a different place and different people. And to boot, they've now got the prospects of some bumpiness in their resume that otherwise they could have avoided. So my question for you is, should you make a 2 for 20? And are you in a situation where you aren't where you want to be, but maybe you're benefiting, maybe the work that you're doing, the experience that you're getting, the life circumstances that the role that you're in is supporting, maybe it's worth the trade-off. And if it's not, and you do the evaluation, then that's an excellent basis on which to very calmly and thoughtfully start to open yourself up to a career search. So I hope that helps. Thanks for joining us on another one of our Have You Got a Minute series. If you have any questions, post them below, or you can find us on aboveand.com. And of course, we're on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thanks.